first question. This season will be tackling the Culling Games arc, which has a heavy focus on Yuji and Megumi's development. So for each of you, what do you think is the most important step your character takes this season to influence their arcs?
To influence their arcs? Well, where we leave Yuji in Season 2 is kind of this resolve that he has to fight curses and kill curses. And so it's just going to be leaning into that. And then obviously the world is kind of tipped on its head, and we get a bunch of new rules and a bunch of new characters once the Culling game starts. So, yeah, the season's going to be a beast. It's going to be more trauma.
Yeah, I think for Yuta, the biggest change is that we're going to get to show people Yuta going from needs protect to will protect. And that change in character.
Yeah, I think the biggest change for Gojo this season is that he no longer has to pay rent for his apartment, which is really nice. Yeah, nice. He's doing better than all of us, which is nice.
Is that like the one side benefit of the prison realm?
Yeah, man.
And you don't pay rent on your existing property because you're in the prison realm.
Yeah. He also has like a home gym in there. You know, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
I didn't realize there was a prison realm clause.
It's like
Yeah.
It serves all of his needs.
Yeah. Nobara is going to be exploring the world of naps. It's going to be great. Just getting her beauty sleep. It's great.
Our next question, specifically, Sumiki and Megumi's bond is one of the most important aspects of this upcoming season and Season 2 continuing as well. So what was it like to bring that dynamic further into Season 2 and sort of flesh it out even more?
That would be an amazing question for Robbie Damon if he was still here. We can answer for him. Yeah. Robbie, what do you think?
Oh, don't be shy.
Guys,
Don't be shy. Yeah.
Well, it's.
I don't know. How do we answer this question without?
Well, I just think
without getting into spoilers.
Yeah. Without getting into spoiler, I do think that again, there's so many character relationships, there's so many new characters that there is an exploration of in Season 3 that I just think, it's I don't know, it's cool. It's almost like a little bit of a reset to this new. The tone shifts. The tone shifts in JJK.
I like that. And so going into a little bit into Season 3 and 2, it'll also be a lot more flashier and crazy fights because it is the Culling Games. So without giving too many spoilers, what do you think we can expect, and do you have a favorite character?
Look, ever since I saw the trailer, I have been so hyped for all the Maki stuff coming up this season. For those of you who have read it, it's going to be incredible, and I can't wait to see what Mappa does to that. It was already so visceral in the manga. I can't wait to see.
It's gonna be so cool.
Seeing it is going to be incredible. How about you guys?
Same.
The Maki stuff.
I'm here for Maki. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a character introduced named Higuruma. I'm really excited for his fight with Yuji. I think that's going to be cool. Starting it right off with Yuta versus Yuji is also going to be really awesome. But what's interesting is, up until this point, JJK has been basically like sorcerers versus curses. And now what's going to happen is we're going to see sorcerers versus sorcerers. So it's a very interesting, shift. So I think that's going to be cool too. Just more hype fights basically.
There's a lot that I'm excited for that I don't want to spoil. But I'm particularly, like I said, excited to have Yuta show himself to be like this more evolved and sort of responsible, I guess, character, and have that drive of purpose that it will be very cool. But aside from Yuta and Maki, there's some characters that I think will be fan favorites that people have not even seen a whisper of yet in the anime, and that is such a cool thing to know.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. And for one last question, for you, Kayleigh, we see Yuta as someone who starts with internal guilt for turning Rika into a vengeful spirit. Do you think we get to see any of that guilt in Season 3 and further into Season 2? Or is he fully committed to the mission the higher-ups gave him?
I will say that he made a binding vow with his, the accepting the mission, so he has to be dedicated to that. But as far as with Rika, I really think you'll see a Yuta that has moved on from maybe not having no guilt, but accepting his actions and accepting his circumstances. And you saw at the end of the movie him and Rika having that moment where they move on. And I think you get to see a Yuta that has grown past that burden. Not saying that he's entirely without it, I can't say that, but that he is not letting it hold him back anymore.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.